Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Algebra back at you live and direct from the studio. Video part two in the sequence, talking about hyperbolas today. I got a special guest in the background right now. She refuses to be caught on tape, but everybody say hi to Erica. Hey, Erica, how you doing, girl?
Are you doing this?
Yeah, it's a real thing, Erica.
Oh, stop.
She's looking at teeth on her phone. It's really awkward, but we're gonna move on anyway. So, next hyperbola coming to you is y minus 4 squared over 9 minus x plus 1 squared over 100, and that all equals 1. So, it's a couple things just took place right there. First of all, you have the squares, you have fractions, says minus in the middle. That's how you know it has to be a hyperbola. So big deal right here. This is a huge piece. Means it has to be a hyperbola. Second thing that you notice is that the y came first. This means that we're telling you that in this hyperbola, we're talking about a y major hyperbola. Excuse me. It doesn't matter that it's a squared versus b squared. We're talking about the hyperbola has to start off in the direction that is up and down this time. All year long. Talking about these transformations. Transformations with the going sideways, up and down. If we were stretching something out in the up and down direction or the sideways direction, all those rules still come into play. Even now that we have squares on the x and the y, even now as we have the x and the y on the same side of the equation, the center of this hyperbola is going to be 4 in the y direction and -1 in the x direction. The center of the hyperbola is -1, comma 4. Pause and make sure everybody's on the same page. Make sure you understand where this information has come from so far. Now we're going to work on graphing the rest of the hyperbola. You know I don't care if you graph it perfectly or not. We're talking about generating a sketch of the conic section itself. Again, I'm not giving you boxes. I'm not giving you a Cartesian plane to work with. I want to know the basic shape and where all of the important parts are. In the vertical direction, the major direction this time, I'm going up and down 3. Going up and down 3 tells me where my vertices are going to be in this hyperbola. Similarly, going to the side, 10, which is a lot larger than normal, is going to help me define the edges of the box around the center. That is going to help me now come up with the asymptotes I need. These two asymptotes, which I got by connecting the two corners of the boxes, tells me where to put the rest of the parabola. The vertex. This first vertex is 3 points higher than -1, 4, which means it's at -1, 7. This point is 3 points lower, so it's -1, 1. I know that my hyperbola is up and down because it started off in the y coordinate. This is what it looks like. I think I said the word parabola instead of hyperbola a second ago. Not a huge deal. You knew what I meant. So again, this is your boy Algebra talking to you today about hyperbolas. We had a center point that helped generate the box, which in turn created the asymptotes, graphing the hyperbola from the vertex, staying in between those two asymptotes. So step 1, locate the center. Step 2, generate the box. I'm going to call it the asymptote box for your notes. The third step is to draw in the asymptotes. It is to use the diagonals. And the fourth step is to place the vertices and sketch. All of this comes from the formula of x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared, and it always has to equal 1. So at this point in the period, you've got about 15 minutes left in the period if you got started right away. If it took you a while to get started, like I'm sure it did for quite a few of you, especially you over there, Trevor. I know you off task again, man. Get back on it. The rest of the period you have to work on your homework. Homework has already been printed out for you. It is due. We will be going over this at the beginning of the period tomorrow before we start having another work day. So tomorrow is a work day, but tonight I want you to actually get some practice on dealing with a hyperbola and only a hyperbola, because next week is going to get real. And I mean real numbers, real graphs, asking you to find points of intersection between different conic sections, doing a system of equations, maybe even talking a little bit about matrices or something, all at the same time. So again, if you understand the basics, you understand what we've done so far this week, then you should be in a good place for that. Rest of the period, again, is for your homework. It's your boy, Algebra, signing off to you. Peace.